Larry Marble. Thanks so much for joining us today on one of our 14 affiliate stations. We're brought to you proudly each and every day by D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat and their movement as of Friday. The corns were mostly lower. Further fallout from Thursday's bearish USDA report. Corn was the biggest loser for the week, down 13 cents by the bushel, while soybeans were 4 down, and KC wheat was down 3. Friday's lower corn futures printed new lows for the December corn for the calendar year, 461 3/4, even though December did manage to close back up at 464. Export demand and South American weather, particularly Brazilian weather, will be the main determining factor over the next several months as the direction of corn values. It is interesting that USDA increased U.S. corn exports by 50 million bushels in Thursday's supply and demand report, though. Did you really think that corn futures will increase that much, or was that simply a move to counter the extra 176 million bushels of corn production, softening the rising ending year carryout figure? Many in the trade are not particularly optimistic about increasing U.S. corn export demand. Corpus Christi's public elevator in ADM is closed for Milo trucks until further notice. Timco and the Andersons in Houston open weekdays 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. For help marketing your grains, contact John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus, 361-852-5207. We are on the line with Wayne Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock, Fredericksburg. Wayne, I understand that you caught some rain.
Well, it's sure raining. It's not hard, but it's sure coming out of heaven, which is really good, and we're happy for it. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow.
Well, good.
If that happens, well, I'm sure we won't have anything like we had over 3,100 last week. I mean, we're somewhere around 2,000. Going to be shorter, but I'm sure the market's going to maintain what it's been doing the last 2 or 3 weeks has been really good. So
well, that's
I do know that unless something changes, the guy that's been bringing those real good board cross buttons and indies in, there should be another load of 200, 250 of them. Otherwise, right now, I don't know of anything else, but I'm sure they'll start lining up tomorrow during the midday.
Good. Cattle-wise, are you aware of anything?
Right now, Larry, I have to tell you I'm not. But it's in November. It's a week before Thanksgiving. Normally, we have one of our bigger runs right now, so I'm sure the people that normally sell this week will probably be bringing some animals in, unless it just rains too much, and I'm not expecting that. Right. There should be a nice run of cattle on Wednesday. We have a day of kind of drying up on Tuesday, so those people should be selling. This board deal has kind of worried us, and I guess that importing from that other country that's got that foot and mouth might be the reason the board went down.
Right, sure could. Well, we won't have any sales that week of the 20th through the 25th, right?
Right, no sales Thanksgiving week at all.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Wayne.
We're at 830-997-4394.
It's good for two old men to talk together. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah, thank you a lot.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Neighbor, I'd like to remind you about George Weichel and the good folks at Wholesale Steel, San Antonio Steel. Heavy-duty lifetime warranty on their cattle panel. The standard duty panel also. Heavy-duty and standard-duty pasture gates. They're a new Preferred dealer, and they'll beat anybody's prices on the Preferred products. They've got Stay Tight 50 and Stay Tough fencing both. Cattle work in pens. They've got 2 Texas locations. They've got the San Antonio store. Call 210-624-2000 or the Hearn Bryan College Station store, 979-280-6100. Now remember, that Hearn location is off Highway 6, and the San Antonio location is there off Texas 16. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, Fridays and Saturdays, 8 to 4. You can find them on the web at wholesalesteelsa.com. Of course, that's the San Antonio store, or wholesalesteelbcs.com. And that's the Bryan College Station Hearn store. Oh, and by the way, tell George Weichel that Larry Marble sent you. Neighbor, now it's time to talk to Leo Casas. Leo, how are you today?
Doing good, Larry. Well, it drizzled most of the day yesterday and last night, and still drizzling a little bit here today. Conditions are just excellent going into the winter. We'll make a lot of winter weeds and a lot of grass. We haven't frozen yet. We've had a little light frost, but nothing too serious. So, and of course, as you know, winter weeds in South Texas are better than wheat or oats because you don't have to plant them, and cattle just do wonderful. So, and I want to remind your listeners that we've got plenty of good replacement cattle available for sale and a lot of good bulls available for sale or lease. I can be reached at 361-362-5863. Keep up with us on a daily basis on Instagram, Casas Cattle _Rancher 3, or log on to my website for photos, videos, and information, CasasCattle.com. CASAS, CasasCattle.com. We're the bull people.
We're on the line with Stephen from D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Stephen, I need to weigh a bunch of pigs, and I understand that you've got some hog scales.
Yes, sir, we sure do, Larry. 58 SX hog scales from W.W. Paul. They are going to come with the beam and poise and 2 bifold doors. Really easy to work.
Tell us how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, extension 161.
We've been with Stephen from D&D. Go to ddtexasoutfitters.com for more information. Neighbor, I want to remind you about my friends Stephen and Terry Lehman at Lehman Pipe and Cattle. They've got used sucker rod in 5/8, 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch, and they've got used oil fill pipe, the #1 structural, straight, no holes, splits, or heavy scale, 2 3/8, 2 7/8, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6 5/8, 7 5/8, 10 3/4, and 16 and 24-inch diameters. Also, from time to time, they see some #2 pipe available at a reduced price. Truckload discounts and delivery also available. They also have cattle guards. They make them from 10-foot wide to 30-foot wide, depending on the customer's needs and wants, with or without wings or cross gates. Also, the heavy-duty concrete beams to set them on. Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. Email them at lehmanpipe@gmail.com or call Stephen at 979-966-3447 or Terry at 979-820-8155. That's Stephen and Terry Lehman, Lehman Pipe and Cattle. We're on the line with Seth Crane, Union Commission, Hondo Livestock. Seth, how's the Monday sale looking Sunday night?
A little lighter this week, Larry. 218 head, 220 they said right there this evening. Probably got somewhere around 55 or 60 cows. A lot of good rain around the area, anywhere from all 3/4 of an inch on up over 2 inches. So sure pretty wet and still drizzling. Probably going to palpate somewhere around 30 head of cows there tomorrow. There will be some younger cows, some older cows there as well. Calf and yearling deal. Quality on the cattle is pretty good for what we see there tonight. And hopefully we can catch a few more tomorrow. We'll just have to see how the weather is. I'd like to remind everybody we will have a sale December the 20th, and then that next special stocker feeder sale is coming up December the 11th. In the meantime, if we can help you tomorrow or you might need something, feel free to contact us 830-741-8061. Get me on my cell phone 210-288-3960. And for updates and information, visit us on Facebook or HondoLivestock.com.
Thank you, Seth.
Yes, sir.
Neighbor, did you know, combined with the truss department, insulation department, and millworks department, just 3 of the departments there at MG Building Materials, they've got the ability to deliver an entire building package from a single supplier. They are truly your one-stop shop. They have 5 locations around South and Central Texas. Let's count them down right quick. Pleasanton, Kerrville, San Antonio, Corpus Christi, and Uvalde. MG Building Materials, your one-stop shop. MGBuildingMaterials.com. We're on the line with Riley Rhodes, Live Oak Livestock, Three Rivers. Riley, how is Monday's sale looking Sunday night?
Oh, quite a bit shorter than what it has been, Larry. Gotten some good rains down here locally, and especially down south of us, so slowed the numbers up considerably, but we'll still have around 1,000 head tomorrow. Got a couple of good sets of calves there. Got about 150 good Brangus cross calves. Got another couple sets of Charolais cross calves. So quality looks good. Not near as many cows as what we've had either. Probably 100 cows total. Few palpators mixed in, handful of pairs. But looks pretty good. But numbers are lighter for good reason. Probably around 1,000 head for tomorrow.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Riley.
361-813-6650 is the cell. 361-786-2553 is the office. LiveOakLivestock.com is the web.
We appreciate it, Riley. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. Hey, neighbor, I'm Larry Marble. We're on the line with Heather Murray of Homestead and Ranch Real Estate, which specializes in Texas farms and ranches and custom homes on acres. Heather, tell us about that 75-acre listing you've got at Lavernia.
Hey, Larry. 3114 Sandy Elm is a gorgeous, ag-exempt, 75-acre rural ranchette. It's nestled within towering mature oaks. This property offers an updated 5-bedroom home that has all the upgrades and conveniences you'd want in your estate.
Hey, how about wildlife?
Whether you want to hunt, run cattle, or just enjoy the great outdoors, this acreage checks all of the boxes. It's fully fenced, has mixed topography, and also has a large pond that attracts local wildlife like white-tailed deer, turkey, hogs, dove, and quail.
Are there any other improvements the listeners might like?
Absolutely. There's a heated pool and hot tub, as well as a fully equipped outdoor kitchen. There's also a workshop and a carport. What's great is that this property offers rural living with all the upgrades, all within a 20-minute drive to downtown Livonia.
Tell us how prospective buyers should contact you.
They can call me directly at 210-416-7559, and you have my word, I will call you back. Or visit www.homesteadandranch.com.
We're on the line with Rodney Butler, Beeville Livestock. It's Sunday evening. Rodney, how'd the Friday sale go?
We had a good sale Friday. Market was a little softer in spots, but overall I thought the market was still pretty steady, sir.
Walk the pens with me, Rodney.
All right, we had 421 head of cattle, 6 horses, and 5 goats. That old market was steady. Your 200, 300 pound steers were $227 to $295. Heifers $2 to $275. 300, 400 pound steers were $219 to $280. Heifers $287 to $240. 400 to 500 pound steers were $209 to $275. Heifers $192 to $255. Your 500 to 600 pound steers were $208 to $240. Heifers $186 to $216. Your 600 to 700 pound steers were $190 to $217. Heifers $167 to $197. 700 to 800 pound steers were $184 to $207, and heifers were $155 to $170. Packer cows, sure enough, were strong. They brought anywhere from $55 to $1. Bulls brought from $85 to $1.12. Young stocker cows brought anywhere from $88 to $1.08, with some bred cows dollaring out around that $1,300. And our pairs this Friday brought anywhere from $1,100 to $1,700, sir.
Good. Do you know of anything for this next Friday yet?
I do not know of any cattle coming this next Friday that I know of, and we've had some good rains all day today, so maybe it'll be slower this week and be ready to crank up after the holidays.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Rodney Butler.
Yeah, call me at 361-358-1727 or call me on my mobile, 645-5002.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you and take care.
You bet. Bye-bye. McCoys.com. McCoy's Building Supply. Still family-owned, strong, growing, and relevant for our ag community. With their own cattle ranches in West Texas, they understand the rural ag economy. Farm and ranch equipment from working chutes and sorting pens to cattle panels and gates, T-post fencing and barbed wire. Shop online and find the store near you at McCoys.com. We're on the line with Bart Larimore from Jordan Cattle Auction, getting ready for the Monday Mason sale. What's it looking like Sunday night?
Yes, sir, Larry. This evening we got about 550 head total with about 50 cows and bulls. We got one really nice set of Charolais and Angus cross calves. They're 61 in that big deal. We should have, probably around 700 head tomorrow.
We're on the line with Bart Larimore from Jordan Cattle Auction, getting ready for the Monday Mason sale. What's it looking like Sunday night?
Yes, sir, Larry. This evening we got about 550 head total with about 50 cows and bulls. We got one really nice set of Charolais and Angus cross calves. They're 61 in that big deal. We should have, probably around 700 head tomorrow.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Yes, sir. You can reach us at jordancattle.com or call us at the office at 325-372-5159.
We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Larry.
Bye-bye. We're on the line with Stephen from D&D Farm and Ranch. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Stephen, I need to weigh a bunch of pigs, and I understand that you've got some hog scales.
Yes, sir, we sure do, Larry. 58 SX hog scales from W.W. Paul. They are going to come with the beam and poise and 2 bifold doors. Really easy to work.
Tell us how to get a hold of you.
You can reach me at 830-379-7340, extension 161.
We've been with Stephen from D&D. Go to ddtexasoutfitters.com for more information. Neighbor, let's take a long look at the grains, courtesy of John Tuggle and Company. Corpus Milo through Corpus in November, D's plus 110, 1025. We'll call Houston, D's plus 140, 1079. Progresso, D's plus 55, 927. Yellow corn to Corpus in November, D's plus 40, 504. We'll call Houston 504 and Progresso 569. Hard red winter wheat to Houston in November, D's plus 30, 670. And we'll call number 1 beans to Placido, October, November delivery, January less 90, 1257 and a half. Texas cotton, 824 bales. Low side, 71.82. High side, 73.32. That made the average across the 824 around 72.26. Neighbor, that's it for the Best Darn Farm Show in Texas. No brag, just fact. I'm Larry Marble, Yorman Neighbor. Thanks for listening to our 14 affiliated stations or at downonthefarmradio.com. Catch our postings on our Facebook page. Of course, it's Down on the Farm Radio.